It's that moment we've been looking forward to all day. The awards, more pitches, the drama, the tension, the ticking time bomb of the clock just running down, knowing that every single second counts. And eventually the joy as you lift the statue or the check in the air, knowing that your hard work has paid off. That's business, ladies and gentlemen. Risk and reward coming together in equal hand in hand. Well, that wraps up the content portion of our day. It is time for one of the most exciting moments of the conference, the pitch competition. Now, before we begin, I must remind you that after all festivities and work is done here, we shall finally have a chance to relax and have fun at our after party, sponsored by the Coca-Cola Company, who are providing free drinks. I'll travel 1,000 miles for free food and free drinks, I've got to tell you. So you won't want to miss it. Make sure you see us all there. Now, when it comes to the pitch competition, did you know that over 180 startups have actually applied to be here today, in a moment, present on this stage? And you will see today the 8 finalists who have been selected to compete for cash prizes of $5,000, $3,000, $1,000. I think we can agree that's a lottie zloty, yes? It certainly is. I've used that joke twice, yesterday and today, but I think when it's a good joke, you can use it twice. Now, let's start by introducing our jury, and to make things even more complicated than they ever needed to be, we decided to do this online. We've got some amazing jurors here. They're going to be joining us. You'll see them on the screen. They'll be evaluating the pitches, choosing the winners, and even asking questions as well. Juror number 1, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Cheek, Executive Director at the Martin Trust Center for MIT Entrepreneurship and Senior Lecturer at MIT Sloan School of Management. Hi, Paul. You got some fans here, buddy, over on that side. I don't know if you can see them. Juror number 2, Piero Novelli, Chairman of the Supervisory Board at Euronext NV. Ciao, Piero. Juror number 3, Nicolas Elbaz, Partner at Tecton Ventures. Let's make some noise for Nicolas as well. Come on, let's give him some fans too. More. Nicolas, you're the most popular person here. They clapped you more than they laugh at my jokes, is all I'll say. And juror number 4, Dr. Michael Carney, General Partner at Engine Ventures and Executive Director at MIT Roosevelt Project. MIT people, you know what to do. Let's give Michael a big round of applause. There he is. All right, my reminder to all the people pitching when they come up onto the stage, please can you keep a look down here rather than turning your back? Otherwise, our beautiful internet audience won't be able to see. So, here are the rules. This is how it's going to work. As you know, if you were here yesterday, every startup will have 3 minutes to pitch. And when there's 30 seconds left, they will hear this sound. And when the time is up, they will hear this sound. The doom sound. Again, you have no idea how long we spent prepping that. It's incredibly technically complex. So, we know the rules. We've met the judges. We know the prizes. I think you can agree with me, ladies and gentlemen, as we come to this most exciting moment of the day, that finally we can get ready. Ready to rumble! So, starting. Our company Heterlux, who develop AI tools to help radiologists efficiently diagnose brain diseases by analyzing MRI scans. Please welcome to the stage his moment in the sun, Tomasz Konopczynski!
Will we start? Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Tomasz Konopczynski. I'm from Heterlux, where we work on AI for advanced brain MRI analysis for early detection and tracking. We have 3 million people with multiple sclerosis affected today and 50 million people with dementia. The number is expected to rise to 150 million by 2060. It costs us over 1.3 trillion, forecast to rise to 2.8 trillion by 2030. Now, the earlier the intervention, the lower the disability in time. That means the earlier we start the treatment, the more good quality years of life a patient will have. And this is what we seek for with Heterlux, early detection and tracking. Our patent pending solution works as follows. An MRI scan goes into a set of AI and computer vision algorithms, and these compute a set of biomarkers and provide this to a medical doctor in the form of a PDF or so. These biomarkers are used to perform better and faster diagnosis. In 5 years, around 160 million MRIs will be taken worldwide. 25% of those will be brain MRIs. Now, supporting 1,000 imaging centers at $19 per scan will translate into 30 million in revenue. I do not show here the market for therapies, but let me mention that ocrelizumab, the only FDA-approved medication for primary progressive multiple sclerosis, generated around $2 billion in revenue in 2024 alone. We plan to charge around $19 per scan the hospitals and diagnostic centers, and expect to charge more from the pharma companies and academia, as this would require more customized solution. The sales and distribution is going to be either in-house or in partnership with PACS providers like Siemens, or marketplaces like Dipsy or CarPL, which are European and US-based marketplaces. We plan to scale into PET, neurology, maybe also cardiology, as we have a good expertise in this field. Now, we provide popular biomarkers, as our competitors do. We provide area analysis, which is becoming more significant. We are doing flare-only mode, which provides ease of tracking. And what is most important, we provide difficult biomarkers, which today are clinically unavailable. Our team consists of strong AI engineers, medical doctors, and software engineers. We present at the best conferences in the world, like ECR or MICAI. And we are raising $5 million to accelerate regulatory approvals, expand clinical deployments in the US and EU, and enhance our AI capabilities. I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Fantastic. Well done, Thomas. So we've got our jury panel right in front of you there, and I must remind the jurors, of course, that when you're asking a question, if you could unmute yourself, that would be fantastic. Over to the jury.
Maybe I'll go ahead and kick things off. Fabulous presentation. Thank you so much for sharing with us a little bit more about your business. I really appreciate your expansion plans and the next markets that you're going to follow on into. One of the key risks that you highlighted in your presentation was the decision to run your go-to-market in-house or to go through partnerships. And I'd love to hear a little bit more about how you're evaluating that decision to make sure that you actually conquer your first market.
Okay, so today we are working with in-house sales in Poland, here in the CE region. However, when it comes to the West Europe, we would prefer to start with partnerships like the Dipsy, and it also would allow us to scale faster in the US market with partnerships like CarPL, because they are already installed with thousands of clinics.
Thanks, Thomas. Great presentation. Just to add, you mentioned critical biomarkers as one of your key technological differentiations. Can you explain why you're able to do that and others are not?
So these biomarkers are in line with the current criteria. And we have started with the popular biomarkers, and while we are working on our own proprietary solution, we decided to try it also on popular biomarkers like those we provide for DIR or SWI sequences, and we realized that it's actually working. That's why.
Along the same lines, I have a question around, you made a good case for why what you're doing is useful and valuable, but you didn't make a case for why what puts you in a position to have a superior approach to this problem. There's tons of people around the world applying AI to medical diagnostics.
Okay, so first I would say is the experience, and the second would be the contacts we have.
Okay, Thomas. Very quickly on that, if you can. 2 words, maybe, or 3. Because we're the best. Big round of applause for Thomas, everyone. Oh, yeah. Makes my heart bleed to cut them off, but we have to keep to time, right? So our next company, Resquant, produce and create hardware cryptography so you, in this important world and dangerous world, can trust your devices. Please welcome to the stage, Sven Zagawa!
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. My name is Sven Zagawa. I'm the CEO of Resquant. I have bad news for you. The current internet security will be broken by the quantum computers of the future. Today, bad actors are harvesting your private and secure data to be decrypted in the future. That is why we have actually mandated that all current cryptography must be changed to the new version by 2030. The problem is not the software, but the IoT devices. The legacy IoT devices are notoriously bad and insecure. Every week, a lot of them are being hijacked. They can spy on you. They can actually attack you, like the case of Dick Cheney, the vice president, whose heart machine was being tampered. Resquant is about trust. Trust in your device. We want to identify every device with a unique digital fingerprint. We want to verify that the hardware stack and the software stack of the device has not been tampered with. We want to encrypt data and communication of that device. Today, we are securing satellite-to-ground communications of the European Space Agency. Going forward, we want to secure all kinds of devices with root of trust. FPGA chip or blueprint of the design should be inserted in every IoT device of the future. Our market is huge. Every year, 2 billion new devices need to be upgraded. There is billions of legacy devices that need to be upgraded as well. Our CTO has 14 years in cryptography for the military. He is a major in the cyber forces. I have 6 companies that I've been managing. We are a NATO Diana innovator, and now we are fundraising 2 million. We have 1 million already, and we're looking for another 1 million.
Straight over to our jurors for questions. Go right ahead, jurors.
Thanks. How do you think about customer uptake and the cycles for that? How and where are you in traction?
Yes, we are talking with customers who are today planning migration to PQC, and we will be, the cycle is about 1 year from the time that the design is made to the design that they are ready to implement it in the foundries.
Have you identified specific application areas that you think are the low-hanging fruits here, or
FPGA is, of course, a low-hanging fruit, but we actually want to be a disruptor. We want to come to the market with a very unique go-to-market strategy, given the using open source root of trust. This would be certified, and the certified, the customer would pay for the certifications that we have done, which are, of course, NIST-based or FIPS-based.
What's unique? What's your competitive edge relative to competition?
We are ultra low power. We also have something called sovereign PQC for NATO or NATO country. And we also have some military solutions that are secret in the works.
You mentioned some work with the European Space Agency. Do you imagine working with other space agencies around the world? Is that in your market plans?
Yes, of course. We actually had a discussion with Saudi, who were interested because of the work we do for European Space Agency.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Big round of applause for Sven. Okie dokie. So our next company, Dr.One, humanizes care for chronic patients by connecting them with their care team beyond visits. Isn't that a revolution? Much, much needed. Please welcome onto the stage, Tomasz Rudolph.
Hello, I'm Tomasz, and I'm here to share with you today how we are fixing one of the biggest chronic problems in healthcare today. 6 out of 10 of us have a chronic disease, and 4 out of 10 have more than one, which means that a huge burden is put on providers, with 86% of healthcare spending right now related to chronic diseases, and 20 patients a day that each doctor has to see have about roughly 70% out of them follow-up visits for chronic patients, which is extremely inefficient, and that causes the queues that we all know from different stories in different countries. As a result, doctors don't have any time or energy left to follow up with their patients proactively. As a result, care stops when the patient leaves the doctor's office, and until they come back in 3 or 4 months, not much is happening. And we are there to change this. We've joined forces with more than 3,000 doctors right now who believe in our mission and believe that care is a relationship, not a transaction. And together, we've perfected the best possible way to connect doctors and patients beyond the visit, so that every patient has their human companion, be it a doctor, a nurse, or a care coordinator, to support them throughout their journey. Our platform is applied right now by leading global pharma, including Novo Nordisk, Novartis, and Merck, and by leading providers and hospitals to change care paths for chronic patients. As an example of an impact, patients with a multiple sclerosis that would leave a hospital with a diagnosis would see their doctor in 3 months with lots of questions. With Dr.One, they have 8 times more interactions, and they're tiny, super easy to administer. We are building on that, developing sophisticated care paths to proactively manage patients and automate the tasks that a care coordinator or a bot, an AI, might do to support our care teams. Today, I'm also happy to announce that tomorrow we'll be issuing a press release about an acquisition we're doing to accelerate the development of additional AI-based tools for doctors and nurses, acquiring Dr. Doc, developed by Catch the Tornado. The idea itself, which as a fun fact was developed and conceived during the Healthcare Innovation Bootcamp at MIT in Boston by my co-founder, has been backed with 3.5 million when we started, and now we are raising to scale across Europe our model to make care beyond visits a reality for all of us when we need that. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Tomasz. Straight over to our jury for questions.
I have a quick one. How do you reach the patient? Is it through the doctor? Is it what is your distribution strategy here?
We go through B2B partners that use our platform, be it pharma, that brings it to their providers, to their hospitals across the world, so we don't need to invest ourselves in the marketing and getting patients or doctors. They help us. The same with providers. When we work with a leading hospital, they onboard the doctors, and then each doctor, during the daily visits, onboard the patients so that they are supported beyond the visits. And the care itself can be done by the doctor or by a care coordinator that we can provide.
So when you say you've joined forces with 3,000 doctors, what exactly does that mean? Does that mean that they're using the product, that it's
Yes.
out in market? And if so, what is the feedback?
Well, those were the first doctors that heard about this idea, said, yeah, in the past I had to give my private phone or email or WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger. Patients found me in different ways, and I was getting messages on weekends, evenings, whatever, in a non-compliant way, not automated, not designed for the healthcare asynchronous model. And we've perfected this model based on their feedback. For example, we have a virtual daily round in the product built in, so that the doctor doesn't get any messages throughout the day. They only get one when their daily round starts. And the patient always knows when they will receive an answer. The doctor is calmer and the patient is calmer. So we have those features co-created with those first 3,000 early adopters.
Do you apply any kind of proactive care methodology or best practice, or is it just a tool for the patient to reach the doctor?
Well, we started with reactive, but right now, through our care paths, we are proactively mapping 100 different interaction points, be it a questionnaire, educational materials that are proactively given to the patient to keep them on track.
Thank you very much, Thomas. Great answer. Big round of applause for Thomas. Oh, it's not easy, right? Just 3 minutes and 2 minutes. Not easy, so much to say. Well, our next company, PowerUp, develops next-generation hydrogen fuel cell-based electrical generator systems. And speaking on behalf of PowerUp, please welcome to the stage, Tarmo Virki.
Hello, Poland. My name is Tarmo Virki, and I'm coming from the future, or the coolest nickname I've heard recently about Estonia. PowerUp, my company is on the market for a couple of years. We're solving the largest problem out there, the lack of electricity. Anyone has traveled through Heathrow recently? Or think about the front lines in Ukraine. You need electricity everywhere these days. So being powerless is not an option. You could be having a war with the machines like this in 2025. We are basically have created the technology together with the European Space Agency for their missions to Moon and Mars. And we are taking that technology to Army, to the front lines. So NATO has tested it and highly recommended it to all the armies in NATO. What's the secret sauce? Secret sauce is our own technology. So our fuel cell stack is developed in-house, built in-house, and it's half lighter and 4 times smaller than the competitive solutions out there. Product line today is rather impressive for a small startup. Starts from the smallest solutions of 20 watts only, which fits into a small backpack, to an up mobile which can be moved on a trailer. What makes us stand out with all the other hydrogen things out there? The main challenge of the industry has been lack of hydrogen. We have solved it with close partnerships with the hydrogen producers around the world, and our clients get electricity. They get electricity, of course, but they also get hydrogen within 8 hours when they have run out by some weird accident. As a startup, the business model is lean and mean, of course, which means we are not investing hundreds of millions to build factories. We are using EMS companies to manufacture their fuel cell generators, and we use value-added resellers to distribute them. What gives me confidence in the company is the fact that over the last year, we've signed roughly 12 partnerships with resellers around the world, which means that this year we are ready to scale the business. We are already serving customers in 4 big industries, so we're not dual use, we are quadruple use, in telecom, security, construction, and healthcare. The team is about 30 people today. These are the people with 20+ years experience in fuel cells or in their respective businesses. This spring, we are raising 7 million euros A round to drive down costs, grow the business more than 10 times this year, and to grow it 20 times over the next 3 years. Thank you.
Awesome. Straight over to our questions from the jury.
Tarmo, thanks. This is a great presentation. 2 questions. First, where are you on a delivered cost of electricity basis? And second is, how do you guarantee supply of hydrogen within 8 hours, given the supply constraints that exist today?
The 8-hour solution is the companies like Linde or Elme Messer, who are working in the markets where we operate, where they deliver, we have got the deals on behalf of our clients to get the hydrogen to them. The cost of electricity depends a little bit on the market. Over the last year, hydrogen price has come down quite a lot. I think like 2 years ago, it was still an issue. What will be the cost of the electricity? Today, in some markets, it's much cheaper than what you get from the wall. But eventually, our solution is about resilience. Often, it's for the cases where there is no other option.
Do you think that you'll need to expand vertically into hydrogen production in order to scale the business long term?
We have talked with some of the electrolyzer companies in partnerships to solve this in some specific cases. No immediate plans. It's still a small company.
Do you have a scaling strategy potentially that doesn't involve raising enormous amounts of money? Is there a licensing play here?
There is IP. We have a number of patents already in the pipeline and some already issued to the company.
You're raising 7 million euros now, or setting out to raise that. What does that unlock for you all as a business? Where does that get you?
Hopefully, like every startup, one dreams about profits, right? But it gets us in 3 years to 100 million euros annual revenue.
Okay, that was a very
Thank
good
you.
answer. Well done, everybody. Let's make some noise for Tamo. Okay, so our next company, Restimo, integrates all food delivery channels, Uber Eats, Bolt Food, etc., POS systems and couriers into one place. Please welcome to the stage, Tomasz Marcinczyk.
Hello everyone, my name is Tomasz Marcinczyk and I'm co-founder and CEO of Restimo. Running today's restaurant is quite a challenge, especially when we think about food delivery, which can be a real mess. To run a profitable business, restaurant needs to work with many vendors. They need to be visible on many food marketplaces like Uber Eats, Glovo, Pyszne, Volt. Then they should have their online ordering channel, like website or mobile app, to convert their loyal customers. Then there is question how to deliver these orders to customers. So they should have either hire their own couriers or work with some independent courier company. Last but not least, they need to put all these orders manually to the POS to close the bill. And all these vendors require a separate tablet from the restaurant. Without integrating them, it's a real tablet hell. It generates a lot of order issues, it's frustrating, it's high time and cost consuming. That's why we created Restimo, a platform for restaurants that integrates all food delivery channels in a single place. In other words, we integrate Uber Eats, Glovo, Pyszne, Volt, etc., POS systems, courier companies, and many, many more. With Restimo, restaurant can manage all orders in one place and automatically send them to POS, courier, or the printer. Next, they can create one menu and with one click synchronize all menus to all platforms at the same time. And they have all business data unified in one dashboard so that they can make data-driven decisions about their business. The benefits of using Restimo are huge. That's why more than 1,000 restaurants in Poland today use Restimo, from the biggest chains up to single location restaurant owners. For the last 2 years, we grew on average 150% year to year, and today we have $60,000 monthly recurring revenue. With our growth plan, we plan to reach $120,000 monthly recurring revenue next year. But we don't want to stop there. We want to transform from the local player into the regional champion and make this business 10 times bigger. How? By product and international expansion. That's why today we are looking for business partners and investors who want to join us, fulfill this mission, and accelerate our international growth. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tomasz. Finished with plenty of time to go. Over to our jurors.
Tomasz, question for you. Who else is doing this today, either in the local market or in the markets that you seek to expand to?
Yeah, so today almost every customers are from Poland, but we already have some customers from Czech, Slovakia, Romania, and so our international growth is at the beginning, but we want to expand into the CE region for now. For the future, we think about Nordics, maybe UK, and US in the longer run.
So maybe let me rephrase. Who else is doing this? Who are the competitors?
Yeah, so from one side, we have our partners or the POS systems who work on integrations, but these are just additional modules which are not that advanced as our product. And some of online ordering startups are also working on integrations. But when we think about company that is only focusing on the integrations and it's their core business, in the whole CE region, we are the only one. For all other players, it's just an additional feature or add-on.
Quick question from the jurors. We've got 20 seconds left.
What's working better, single locations or chains?
Yeah, so definitely chains are our sweet spot here, but the sales process is long. It takes like 6 months or longer, right? So we don't want to focus only on chains, so we gain the single location or few locations customers too.
Okay, thank you very much, Tomasz. Big round of applause for Tomasz.
Thank you.
Good job, man. Good job. Amazing. Okay, so our next company, Vision Anchor, is this is cool, a smart anchoring system making the sea safer for boats, owners, and even helping the environment with it. That sounds like an epic project. Please welcome to the stage, Mattia Yasarov.
A few years ago, we rented a boat in Croatia. We were anchored in a beautiful bay, and after a short swim, we found out the boats moved, and we were 50 meters close from shore, close to crashing. We started raising the anchor to get out of there, but the chain was really light, so we knew something was wrong. We lost the anchor, and we had no idea. We could have crashed the boat. Anchoring hasn't changed much since the beginning of time. Your boat safety and your family on it still depend on a heavy object that you drop in the water and hope for the best. According to our interviews, more than half of captains don't trust their anchor, and more than 2/3 have experienced an anchor failure. People tried to solve this in the past by using technology, but none of the solutions focus on the actual anchor and are therefore unreliable, too slow, or too expensive. That's why we came up with Vision Anchor. It's the world's first smart anchoring buoy that provides real-time monitoring, alerts, and location monitoring. It attaches to any anchor, and if it moves and the boat's in danger, it notifies the user with an alarm, so everyone on the boat can remain calm, stress-free, and sleep peacefully. We're selling our units online and through distributors for 1,000 euros. We're expanding that model with add-ons, rentals, and a subscription model as well. In our online campaigns, we've gotten over 2,500 signups, and we sold out first 3 batches of units, resulting in over 80,000 euros of revenue. We have 3 distributors confirmed, and we're working on additional partnerships around Europe and the United States. Boat owners are getting younger, and technology is more accessible than ever, so it's the perfect time to make anchoring smarter. There are 20 million boats registered each year in USA, Europe, and Australia, giving us a TAM of 16 billion euros. Our team, we've known each other for over 10 years, and we're all licensed captains. Andrzej, he's worked in rough seas on a ferry from Belgium to England. Andrzej, he's marketed a Kickstarter campaign resulting in over $700,000 US. I'm Mattia, and I'm an experienced leader, and I'm passionate about the sea. Our core team consists of Addison Hammer, our tech genius, also part of Google Robotics, and Christopher Coombs. huge manufacturing experience, and advisor to business angels of Slovenia. Our vision for the future connects safety with ocean data. By making our units even smarter with additional sensors, we'll create additional value for environmental protection, disaster prevention, and weather prediction. So we're raising 800K to get to 2.5 million revenue in 12 months. Here's the deck, and let's talk. Thank you.
Well done, Mattia. Awesome. Straight over to the jurors for questions.
Mattia, thank you so much. I'll kick it off with a quick question. I understand your strategy is to go to consumers and B2B. I understand you have 2,500 signups on the wait list, and you've delivered 65 units. What's the bottleneck to get more units out to customers on that waiting list? What do you need to make that happen?
Okay, at the moment we're building small batches and we're delivering them because we have our own manufacturing and production. With an investment, we can optimize that and start doing larger rounds of units, so we can supply resellers and distributors as well, so they can have some stock. And we're already looking into some loans so that they can cover the stock that we need.
What's your margin on this product, and is there any defensible or interesting, intricate technology that goes in there?
Yeah, of course. At the moment, the price of unit is 450 euros, but with when we get to scale, we estimate it to get it to under 200. At the moment, we've got 3 patents on it, so one Slovenia and Europe, and we've got the US patent pending. Our advantage is also being first to market, and with the data that we'll be gathering, we'll have like an advantage of the community and the user base as well.
What's the evidence about the effectiveness of your proposed solution?
It's the most effective solution so far because it's tracking the actual anchor, so it's on the position. So the radius is much smaller than traditional anchor alarms that track the boat. So instead of radius of 40 meters, you're tracking a radius of 5 meters.
Awesome. Big round of applause for Mattia, everybody.
Thank you.
Oh, that was great. Okay, coming to the last 2 startups. Now we're going to be hearing from Ioni, an app and virtual clinic combining AI models, medical algorithms, and e-services for better fertility journeys. And boy, oh boy, isn't that an important subject in today's day and age. Please give a big welcome to Katarzyna Goch.
Hi, my name is Katarzyna Goch. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Ioni, medical app and virtual fertility clinic designed for personalized reproductive healthcare. Fertility affects everyone. Imagine this. 1 in 5 couples face infertility. That can be you, your family member, your friend. Globally, that's over 180 million people. And here's the challenge. Most fertility journeys start with confusion. Couples struggle to find help surrounded by unreliable solutions. They don't know which doctor to see or what test to take. That leads to stress, and the average time for pregnancy is 4 years. Ioni simplifies fertility journeys. It's a one-stop fertility shop certified as medical device class 1. Users start by sharing basic information, such as age, menstrual cycle details, how long they've been trying, health, and lifestyle history. Ioni's AI analyzes this data. With over 94% of accuracy, it identifies what needs further investigation and provides tailored educational content. Ioni tracks over 240 different symptoms. It helps to detect fertility issues early and navigate patients. It links them to doctors, clinics, and online consultations. Plus, it offers support for couples and their intimate life. Now let's talk business. The global fertility services market reached $60 billion in 2024, with Europe and the US holding the largest shares. We are in operation since 2021, and we have proven traction in Poland, UK, and Germany. Over 250,000 people trust Ioni, and they love it. every 30 minutes, 200 users interact with the app. We serve people, we've gathered a lot of data, and we monetize through scalable B2B model. We work with medical partners, supporting their brands, helping reach patients, and facilitating their sales. Thanks to clear value proposition, our client base is expanding, and last year we've earned over 100 cases with very promising growing trends. Lately, we've signed 9 new contracts, and we are onboarding 100 doctors. We are reinforcing the company in the CE region and working on our innovations. We plan to enter 10 new markets, and when hitting 1 million users, we will be ready to go global. We are seeking investment of €1 million for international expansion and community building, sales, and R&D. And you need to know that we have an amazing team to work on the project. Professor Krzysztof Łukaszuk, leading European IVF expert, and myself, experienced fertility product manager, a dedicated IT and marketing crew, and top medical and business advisors on board. Thank you.
Thank you, Kasia. Still got the questions to go, though, from the panel.
How long do your users typically stay on board with the app? And is there a vision or an option for you to remain a companion of the women through their life beyond fertility issue, in their health journey?
Good question. For trying to conceive, usually the user stays with us between 6 and 12 months. But actually, right now, we are addressing needs of almost all the stages of women's life, like when they just monitor their health, hormones, and cycle, when they prevent pregnancy, when they are trying to conceive, and when they want to monitor their pregnancy. It's a current stage of the product.
And do you see, you have 250,000 users, or have had, you said, so do you see that behavior already, like on this sample? Do women stay and keep using the app today?
Yes, definitely. So at the very beginning, when they don't plan to have a baby right away, they usually use the app to monitor their health, to receive useful recommendations, to check their general health. And later on, they stay when they think about their families.
What's your relationship with the fertility clinics themselves? Are you able to share the data? Does it support more success in that phase of the process?
Right now, we are collaborating with 7 IVF clinics, and we have ongoing talks with several others. So, in general, we work on contract basis and monthly fees, and there are...
Finish the sentence, Kasia.
There are additional fees for leads. Thank you.
Okay, big round of applause for Kasia Gok, everybody. Well done. Okay, coming up to the final startup. Remember, we've got the awards. We've got lots coming up as well. We're going to hear from Alpha Powders, which deliver spherical polymer powder materials for high-quality additive manufacturing. Please give a final warm welcome to our last startup of this competition, Dominic Stibbo.
Welcome everyone, my name is Dominic Zdybał. I'm CEO and founder of Alpha Powders, deep tech startup company founded to accelerate next industrial revolution. Revolution in how polymer goods are produced. Nearly $1 trillion opportunity, huge market, mostly conventionally produced. Additive manufacturing is changing that because it provides you flexibility, it provides you freedom of design, it provides you freedom on the unstable supply chains, something that was found very useful during COVID crisis and is being found very useful today. Very fast growing market, nearly 20% year to year. 3D printing out of polymer powders, something that makes your car cheaper, faster, that makes your drone flying faster, that makes your personalized medicine more suitable for you. That's great, right? Well, it's very expensive. The selection of materials is absolutely poor. and it doesn't work that well today. Well, we are changing that. We are changing that by providing world's first solution for high-quality polymer powders production on demand. This is the technology that we engineered, patented, built, tested, commercialized in 3 years. We are world first in this type of polymer powders production, and even though we are pre-revenue, we already secured nearly $250,000 in revenue. Technology is patented, and it works on a basis that is very simple. We approach huge corporations who already invested millions of dollars in development of their products. And we say, hey, your products aren't that good. We can help you fix that. Send us to us, and we'll do service for you. We'll transform your low-quality powder into pure gold. And we do exactly that, waiting for scaling our technology into the production facility that will allow us to drop prices and popularize, democratize access to these high-quality engineering materials, which allows you to print anything you want on demand. We anticipate at least 20 million euro in accumulated revenue in 4 years. And we do all that thanks to a very motivated, competent, and highly devoted team of engineers, business specialists, and advisors, graphics. Many people, more than 20 people were engaged already in development of this technology and project. And we're very proud of that. We are raising 1.25 million euro in order to scale our system and go further in applications that are required today. Thank you very much for your attention.
Fantastic. Right on time, Dominic. Thank you. Okay, over to our jurors.
Thanks, Dominic. So if I understand the market here, or the industrial structure, you've got your powder manufacturing, and then secondary processing into parts, and then selling into end finished products. And it sounds like you're focused on the first, but I'm wondering if you need to go further upstream into secondary processing to sell parts in order to get into market.
Great question. We are a 3-year-old startup, so we are focused on the first. But your question is absolutely valid. We could scale this way, but we have only one life. And we need to be fast, because no one else did that before us. And we need to capitalize on that advantage. We need to be fast in delivering this powder to many users, to many corporations who are willing to pay a lot for the technology that will save their effort in developing new printing materials. That's why we find it easier to focus on development of materials solely and not to go too wide.
Got it. And so can you just provide a few examples of who your customers are?
These are companies, for instance, from personalized medical devices 3D printing, which requires reliability and stability and safety of the material. These are companies that work for automotive industry, that are requiring high quality and repetitive parts. These are companies that are recycling materials, looking for highly sustainable, recycled, 100% recycled solutions that can be reliably used. These are companies that are looking for food tech solution that can be used in the food industry. We have more than 25 paying customers already.
I wasn't quite clear whether you sell a service, a product, or a technology.
Today we sell... sorry.
No, yeah, you got the question. Go ahead.
Today we sell the service because it's simpler. We have one device worth millions in development parts, but we want to build these machines and install them in different parts of the world.
Got it. That explains.
Okay.
Thank you for your questions.
Big round of applause for Dominic.